Hello and welcome to Coffee Time. Today we talk about the difference between modern art and classic art. We just have a good discussion today. Unfortunately, we will not have a Drew's Clues or a Ian's Bad Advice this episode, but please check out our YouTube channel where we will be posting those videos separately. Just the way they formatted this time, we just needed to do it a little bit differently. But we look forward to having you listen with us and to join us on this podcast. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Hey guys, welcome to Coffee Time. Well, welcome back. Hopefully you guys have been sticking it with us because we're on episode 2 of season 4, if you can believe it. That's pretty insane. That's a lot farther than like I've probably ever gotten in anything.
Yeah,
like stuck it out like 4 seasons into something like that. It's pretty sweet.
It is pretty sweet.
Yeah, pretty awesome if you ask me. And you have video, and I'm going to try, and I have been doing it already, but I'm going to try not to sway in my chair as much as I've been. Like, as when I was editing the last video, and I haven't finished the audio yet, that's coming out. When you're listening to this, the video will be dropping as well.
Yes.
For the last episode. Because we're going to alternate. We're going to do audio, and then the next week do the video on YouTube, and then just continue that kind of process.
Yes.
So, but as I was editing, I was like, man, I must have anxiety or something because my like nervous tick is like
swaying.
I don't know, swaying.
Just moving.
At least it's not like shaking my leg. Like my camera would just be constantly shaking.
That's what mine is.
At least I'm not doing that.
I shake my legs.
I think I do that, but not like whatever. So. Well, I am Evan, and you guys hopefully know that by now. But if you're new here, I am with one of my co-hosts. The other one is on a hiatus for like 6 months or something. But I have my other co-host and brother, Ian.
Me.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I know we've already been talking, but
it's a pleasure to be back.
Gotta get the intro. Oh, good. I'm glad that you could join me on our podcast.
Yeah, of course. You know, I had to make some time, but I'm glad I could make it. You know.
Yeah. I think that I made it sound like it was my podcast and that you guys were joining me.
Yeah.
But that's not the case. I'm a part equally
to this show
with my other hosts.
Yeah.
Ian and Andrew.
Yes.
Andrew, I think, is he going to make an appearance in this video?
He will. He should. Yes. He's going to send us some content over from Europe. And then we'll get some content. We'll stitch that bad boy into here. Maybe right here.
Yep.
Maybe somewhere else.
Yeah, maybe somewhere else.
I don't know.
Either way, you'll see all of us at some point on social and whatnot.
Yes.
All right. Well, today, before we get into everything else, give you a little sneaky of what we're going to be talking about here in the future. So we're going to be talking about some art today.
Yes.
Not any specific art, just art kind of in general and kind of the impact it has on society now, as well as maybe some of the impact it's had in the past. So before we get into that, I'd like to hear, Ian.
Yes.
What you're drinking.
And
how you've been. Like, how you've been. It's been... We're on a little break. We recorded last week's episode like almost a month ago.
Yes.
And so now we're recording another episode. So it's been a while since we've like been together on podcasts. So how you doing and what you drinking?
I am doing great. Our lease is coming up soon. So we're scrambling to get things around to skedaddle out of the apartment.
Nice. Are you going to move somewhere else?
Yes, we're planning to move out of Cheyenne. which is it's not terrible here, but we're young, might as well move while we can. Go explore a little bit. Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of been.
I mean, it's not like we didn't move a lot growing up or anything.
Not at all. No.
Yeah,
we
barely at all.
Hardly at all. Like what? Like 5 or 6 times is all.
Yeah,
nothing crazy. I mean, nothing crazy.
I think I counted the other day, and I've lived in over like 25 houses. So
that's a lot of houses. Yeah,
and I'm 33, so that's like almost a house for every year I've been alive.
That's a lot.
Yes.
Wow. I can only count, I think, about 6. I think, from what I can remember. Yeah. But anyways, so that's been kind of how it's been going. Today, this looked a lot prettier like 30 minutes ago. I took a video.
That was my bad.
I was having some trouble with my audio as well, so don't even sweat it. But this is a Yogi brand tea, blueberry, iced with it had cold foam on top of it, but it's gone now.
Right.
But
now it's just milk.
It's just milk now at this point. But it was sweetened with sweet creamer, and it was tasty.
Oh, yeah, that sounds pretty tasty.
Yeah. So that's how I've been.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. What about you, good sir?
Yeah. Well, I guess we can do like an update, because I think when I was talking in the last podcast, I had mentioned that one of my roommates, my only roommate, is moving out. And I'm swaying in my chair. He moved out, and it's been, 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks.
Whoa.
And I said I was going to make it all pretty behind me.
Mm-hmm. It looks, stunning. Honestly.
I didn't do it. I did center my cabinet back there and my record player.
Yeah, I like
But as you can see, there's an Xbox and then records on top. Mm-hmm. And then nothing's plugged in.
Uh-huh.
I don't think. No, I think my record player is plugged in because I played Rhett and Link's Lionel Richie record the other day.
Perfection.
It's pure gold, man. Amazing.
I really like the large gray obelisk in the corner. It's probably one of my favorite features.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, where's it? Right there.
Right, a little bit over.
Oh, on my camera.
You're pointing directly at
that. But right there.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
That gray thing is the back of my entertainment center.
Oh.
That I have not yet nailed on to it yet.
I see.
But it's okay.
I like it.
Yeah. Thank you. And then to drink, so I bought, and we've talked about this also on the episode in the past, but I bought a espresso. Is that what it's called? Nespresso.
Yeah. Like Nestle.
Like Nestle.
Milk? Yeah.
But Nespresso.
Yeah. Yep.
Machine.
Okay.
And I will say that the coffee is good. Okay. It is good. And it pulls perfect shots every time. And it does stuff like that. But it doesn't give you full cups of coffee.
No.
It's so the most it does is 7.7 ounces.
Okay.
Which is what I have in here, I think.
Right.
It's almost not enough.
Mm-hmm.
So that part's the only kind of downside. But I have my French press if I want a full glass.
Oh, okay.
But this is the blonde roast and espresso coffee mix. So with a little bit of heavy whipping cream.
Nice. No sugar, just I like it.
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah, and I might not finish it because I got to go to bed and get up really early in the morning.
Oh.
But, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I might finish it and just not sleep,
Yeah. I'm making cold brew in the in the coffee in the fridge right now. So
in the fridge. Okay, sweet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been getting up early and working out.
Nice.
So.
I like it.
Yep.
Consistency, man. Love it.
But it's early.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Pays off. It pays off,
Right. Yeah. And I am not really tired because of it. I mean, I want to go to bed at like 9 o'clock, 9:30.
But that's just schedule, like sleep schedule.
Right, yeah.
So
I get my 7.5 hours of sleep.
Boom.
So it's perfect. Yeah, absolutely great. Gold, pure gold, actually, you could say.
Pure gold.
Pure gold. Yeah, tenfold.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what that means, but yes.
Me either. So this is what I'm going to do now.
Okay.
Since I heard a lovely story about you and everyone heard a lovely story about me, we are going to move into a little segment we like to call the game.
I love this segment.
Yeah, this is a good segment. And I'm just going to get right into it. So this is what I'm going to do.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
I am going to read a word. Okay.
Okay.
And it's slang.
Right.
And so you have to guess what the meaning is.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to do a few of them. I'm just going to do a few of them. It's Gen Z.
Gen Z. I might be able to get these.
So, okay.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. So we're going to start with Gucci.
Gucci. Like nice in quality, good looking, good taste, fine taste. Am I close?
There it is. That's what I was looking for.
There it is.
Fine.
Woo!
Just fine. Like, oh man, you're looking Gucci today. Yeah.
See, I only ever heard Emery say that, and I thought that she made that up.
Oh, she is Gen Z.
She's very, yes.
Okay. Oh. Okay, this is a good one.
Okay.
Drake hands.
What? Like Drake the rapper?
Like the rapper. Yeah.
Drake hands, like HANDS.
Hands. Like
these guys.
Boys. Yep.
Drake hands.
Drake hands.
Drake hands. I immediately think of that Hotline Bling video where he's like, he's got the orange gloves on. So maybe it means to like get rid of something, push something away, like redirect it.
So it's actually sort of kind of the opposite. So like try to get into that.
So like trying to obtain something, a compliment, trying to obtain a compliment.
No, I'll just tell you what it is.
Okay.
So it actually is like a gesture of approval.
Can you use it in a sentence?
No. So like, let's say, I like, okay. So I don't know how to use it actually.
Let's see, a gesture of approval. So like,
yes.
Yeah, man, would it be like you got these Drake hands or you got those Drake hands?
I think it'd be like you have the Drake hands.
Dude, that is so fire. You got the Drake hands for real.
Yeah, like it's a gesture of approval. I guess it's saying like you have approval. Like if you say that, you're saying that you're giving them approval.
You're giving them approval.
Like you're like, hey, can I go out? Like, yeah, Drake hands.
Yeah, man. Dude, you got these. Yeah, you got these Drake hands, dude. Come on, go ahead.
Yeah, like approval. Like
I see. I kind of like that.
I kind of hate it, and I've never heard anyone say it.
Me neither, ever.
But it's on this website, which is called 7ESL.
7 extra slimy logs.
Yes, that's the one. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to do a couple more.
Okay.
A couple that you might actually know.
Okay.
Thirsty. Yo, man, why are you so thirsty?
Okay. I don't know how to... I know exactly what it means.
It's not bad.
Right. It'd be like...
The definition's not bad.
It'd be like over like a girl or a guy. Like you want that person. Would be
sometimes
you being thirsty. Isn't that what it means?
I mean, yeah, sometimes.
That's my guess.
It can be used for other things.
Really? Like for other like objects, like things, not necessarily people.
No, it's people. But so I would say that it's used mostly for like other people,
right?
Because the word, so it means like desperate for attention.
Desperate for attention. Okay, I see.
Like, bro, you're
thirsty.
So thirsty right now. Yeah.
Like you're trying to get the attention, and someone's like, "Dude, you're thirsty right now. Okay, I need you to calm down." I see. I got it. Okay. Give me a few more.
Okay. Tea.
Gossip, immediate news, anything like that.
Yep. Yo, give me the tea. Give me the tea,
dude. Yep.
Okay, we'll do a couple that we know.
Okay.
Bet.
It's like saying yes without saying yes.
Yeah, it's sure.
Yeah,
sure.
Like
definitely.
bet, dude.
Yeah.
Like you want to go get some coffee? Bet. Come on now.
Bet for sure.
Yeah.
Finsta.
What did you say? You just call me?
Finstas. That's what it is. Finstas.
With an S at the end of that?
With an S.
Finstas.
Yeah. When I first looked at the word, I thought it was fajita. But it's definitely Finstas.
Fajita. Ooh.
Fajita.
I'd rather have fajitas.
Absolutely.
I'm still getting used to this whole camera thing. I'm looking directly at your beautiful face instead of the camera.
Oh, thank you. I don't know where I'm looking, honestly, because I can't see my recorded video. But
it's okay. Anyway,
so this one's hard.
Finsta. Can you give
me... And again, I've never heard anyone use this either.
Based off of the definition, can you give me can you put it in a sentence?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I posted it on my Finsta.
Is this like social media, basically to say? Or like Instagram?
It's Instagram, but it's not like your primary account. It's your secondary account.
It's like a fan account or like a
it's like
a second account.
Second account.
Yeah, okay.
On the Finsta. Yeah.
So interesting.
All right, let's do...
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's okay. Let's do one more.
Okay.
So I haven't heard this one either, and maybe it sounds like a normal word.
Mm-hmm.
So because it is. So the word is it.
IT. That's all.
IT.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Yeah, that was it.
Dude, that was it.
That was it. Yeah. Dude, that party last night was it.
It's like referring to...
Dude, that movie we watched last night, it was it.
It's referring to like a top tier thing, like a very well done thing. Like something that was very enjoyable.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
It was. It means cool. Cool,
okay.
Fun, awesome.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I think it could be interchangeable with like lit, which I don't know if that's even a word that they use.
I think that's outdated now. Dude, that's
I think fire.
Lit.
I think it's fire. Like fire. Dude, that was fire. Or it was it.
Now, see, there's also like...
but they go like, you are it.
Dude, or
sometimes...
it.
So this is what I've been hearing lately, is they're like, you're not it. So you're like...
Dude, okay, I've heard that. Dude, that's not it. That is not it.
You are not it.
Okay.
You are not it. Yeah.
Okay, I could get with that one. That one's easy. That one's simple.
Right, and I like bet and stuff too. Like, that's sweet. Nothing wrong with it.
No. I like it. Easy enough,
Yeah. Right.
The Finsta is stupid.
Yeah.
Fajitas are great.
Fajitas are great.
So that's all I have to say.
So the one thing I can get behind people saying stuff like that, like changing our vocab a little bit. I can get into that.
Right.
Because I like it.
Right.
Like saying bet, fire, hit. Mm-hmm. Or I think the one that's going on right now is like, you are not him. Or you are him.
Yeah,
you are him. Not her.
Yeah.
You are not her. Yeah. That kind of thing.
He's him.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, dude. He is him. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
it. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Insert the meme that's like, my pronouns.
You're not. Oh, yeah.
Are him, he, because I'll never be him.
Yeah. I love that one.
That's it. Yeah. That's so good.
See, it changed from like, it evolved so fast. Because a while ago, it was, you're not that guy, right? You're not that guy. But now it's, you're not it or you're not him. It's just already changed. It's unbelievable.
It's crazy. Like every year.
Yeah.
It used to be like every 5 years, you'll see like some new stuff coming out.
Uh-huh.
No, not anymore. Uh-huh. It's like all the time. And yes, I sound like an old man.
Like a boomer?
And I think it might be because I am.
You're
slightly old.
You're a Gen...
I'm a millennial.
Millennial, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep. Born in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So basically, I am like
an elderly
the
man.
To the kids nowadays. Yeah. But the teenagers still like me.
That's good.
Just saying.
That's good.
Like they think I'm cool.
That's good.
Enough, I think. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. I'd say you are.
I'd say you are with them very often. So
yeah,
I don't know. You're not a teenager anymore.
No, I'm not.
So,
but I still think you're cool. So,
thank you. Yeah, yeah. I had a birthday recently.
Nice. Yes. Happy birthday.
Yeah, like 3 days ago. Mm-hmm. If you count today as one of those days, it was 3 days ago.
But if you don't count today, it was 2.
2 days ago. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I was like born at like 3 o'clock in the morning. So like, I woke up 33.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You know how like some people are like, yeah, I was born at like 5 in the afternoon, and you're like, so you're not.
So it's not.
It's not really your birthday yet.
Right. You're right.
Like it's your birthday. It's just like you haven't gone up in your number.
Right.
Yet.
You haven't reached that point yet.
Right.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
So I'm now old. I feel a little older now.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Well, you know how it's like you're like, oh, 33. That's like, if you do it the best you can in life, that's like a third of your life.
Right.
Like if you were like super healthy, lived to be 99.
Yeah.
1/3.
That's awesome.
It's
kind of scary. Yeah.
It's anxiety for sure.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do I have to show for these 33 years of my life?
It's like a long time to live.
4 seasons of a podcast. That's what I have to show for this.
Woo!
I think that might be it. I don't know.
Have you seen those like death calendars or death clocks or whatever?
I don't like those.
They scared me so bad. How could you do that?
Why would you even want to
How could you wake up every day and think, today's another day? Just
yeah. Okay. So there was a question. I think I saw it on one of my reels because when you got nothing else to do, you scroll Instagram, and that's I like to do that when I'm supposed to be doing something else.
Yeah.
So do. Yeah, especially when you're thinking about how old you are. You're just like, nothing matters. I'm just going to scroll through Instagram.
Nothing matters anymore.
But there was a question. It was like, if you knew that you only had 1 day to live, would you tell anybody?
It's a hard question.
It's a hard question. I don't know.
I don't know if I could.
I'm trying to in my selfish self. It's like I don't want to tell anybody because then people will like treat me different.
Right. They'll treat you like it's your last day, but I don't necessarily want that.
But it's like the people who like never talk to you, the people who like just kind of know you exist but aren't like close to you, they, I think, would try to take some of that precious time away. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I would probably end up telling a few people.
I would tell my wife.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be hard because you'd be like, oh, I'm going to tell my parents. But they live a day away?
Right. So what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
You can't.
Like, it's super depressing. It's like a super depressing question.
You can't go anywhere in a day. Where are you going to go in a day?
Right. You just got to, like, hang out with the people you love.
Yeah.
That are close to you.
Yeah. It'd be
like
good.
Close in
It'd be a good film. It'd be a good film.
Yeah. Like a short film.
Yeah.
It'd be, like, depressing.
It'd be so sad.
But it'd probably be really funny in certain parts and then, like, really sad in certain parts.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be like an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
Depending, I guess, how well you could build your character, like, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, how much
character arcs.
How much character development can you put in somebody in a day?
Right. And it's a short film, so you can kind of, like, skip that part.
Yeah.
Because people are like, it's only 20 minutes, like, I know that it's not going to have all this character development and stuff. It's just like, it's more like, here's a question, let me answer it in this film and get your opinion on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would, it'd be scary because, like, I feel like I would waste too much time thinking about what I could do. And by the time I think of something I could do, it'd be too late.
Would you go to bed? Like, so you found out on a Tuesday afternoon and you have until, let's say, like, Friday night at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, would you go to bed? Would you go to sleep?
I don't know. I guess maybe I'd try, but I don't know if I could. Because, like, am I going to die? I don't know. It's hard.
It's so weird. It's like, I was like, man, that's like kind of a deep question. And they like ended it with like, I think it's kind of selfish not to tell. At least the people you care about.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though it'd be like hard because you'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It'd just be emotionally horrible.
Horrible. For everybody.
Horrible. For everybody.
Yeah.
But anywho.
Anyways.
Random things that I find on the internet.
Yeah.
Let me get a sip of this coffee as we move into our main topic here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yes. Slay. So we're going to edit that out in post.
Nope, that's staying in and I'm going to highlight it as much as I can.
So today's topic is a little different because it's kind of like, it's just going to be more of us talking. Mm-hmm. Kind of opinion based. No real, like, you can't we are not experts in this area.
Right.
And we will not probably have an opinion that most people have.
Correct.
Probably. Just because we don't like live in this like area of stuff.
Right.
But we're going to talk about some art.
Yes.
So kind of like it's like classical art versus like modern art. Mm-hmm. I don't know if classical art's the right word, but it feels right when I say it.
I think the way to describe it would be like fine art.
But is there not fine modern art?
When I think of fine art, I think of like Van Gogh and and what's that guy's name? Not I just started just naming off Ninja
Leonardo da Vinci.
Yep, Da Vinci.
Nope, that's the wrong guy.
Leonardo DiCaprio. That's who it is.
No, because Da Vinci is like
Michelangelo. That's what I'm thinking of.
Like what?
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo is the one we were thinking. I was thinking of that as well.
He's the guy who...
We're just messing with you guys. We totally know.
Yeah, we know everything.
Leonardo da Vinci like had like lots of other like inventions.
Yeah, he did the Mona Lisa.
Right. He was an artist, but he also had had sketches for like planes and like.
Yeah, he was a smart guy. He was a smart guy.
Yeah.
Artists
smarter than I am for sure.
Artists back then were smart guys. They were also a little insane.
A little insane. That's the thing. Okay, so I'm gonna read this thing.
Okay.
On Bing, not a sponsor. We would be a sponsor. They could pay us to talk about Bing.
I would
do it.
I'll talk about Bing all day.
Yeah.
I'll tattoo Bing on my right pectacle.
He's lying. He won't do that. I mean, maybe you could do it if you wanted to.
Pectacle.
So I just looked up.
What's wrong?
Like pectoral?
Pectoral, that's what it is.
Pectoral.
I'll write that on my pectacle.
My pectacles. So I just Googled I binged. I don't know how to say it. Google's not a verb. But I looked up on the interwebs.
Okay.
What is modern art? Just as a definition.
Right. Okay.
So this is the definition from Oxford Languages, which I have no clue what that is, but you know how Bing is. Mm-hmm. They don't give you the results you want, but they still give you an okay result. So you're kind of
that'll work. Yeah.
It'll work. Yeah, it's good enough. So this is what it says. It's a noun. Who would have thought? So it's an art style marked by a significant departure from traditional styles and values. In particular, that created between the late 19th and late 20th century.
Okay.
So a departure from traditional styles.
Right.
So traditional styles is the word I was looking for earlier.
So would that be the art that we were referring to earlier?
Modern art would be today's art, basically.
Okay.
Well, I would say that we've probably even progressed past what I would consider modern art. Because now we're into NFTs and digital art.
Right, digital art. Yeah, I was going to say digital art is past, I'd say, modern art.
Right. Because I would say so if you think about what I'm going to call classical art during this podcast,
mm-hmm. Classical
art to me doesn't just include paintings.
Right.
But I know when I say classical art, people are going to be oh yeah, Mona Lisa, those old classical art pieces that you're thinking. But I have also in my head statues, the statue of David. And when you go to Rome, you have all of that amazing stonework that was done.
Oh my gosh.
With those statues and carvings, you're holy cows, how did they do that first off?
Yeah.
That'll be another theory episode. Conspiracy theory episode.
yeah. The pyramids.
But how in the world did they they're so good. It was so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's classical art.
Okay.
But then I also think modern art is remember when modern art was becoming trendy, a thing that people did. And they would weld two pieces of metal together.
Yeah.
And then they would hang it from a chain on the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And they would call it this is modern art.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So in my opinion, and we can talk about this, we'll stay on modern art here for a second. So modern art, to me, which was that late 90s, early 2000s,
mm-hmm.
was a little lazy.
I agree. I 100% agree. It was.
I would say not all of it. Not all of it. Because there were some people who would like just make amazing things.
Yeah.
Right. That's like real art.
Yeah.
But I'd say majority of what I saw that people considered modern art was just kind of
just like they knew that modern art was becoming trendy, so they were like, I'm gonna slap these two things together and come up with a story for it so that it sounds like it has a meaning when really it's just two pieces of metal.
Right. Mm-hmm. Like this is supposed to be like the collapse of capitalism and whatever together.
Yeah.
The clash of it together.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, whatever. But then you have things that I really like, actually, that I think people would call, and people even older than me would say is not, they wouldn't consider it art.
Right.
But like when they just do like lines of like different colors of paint.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like it. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, I agree. I would put like that kind of stuff in my home.
Right. Exactly. But I don't know, man. It's just like, it's still such a far departure from
traditional
everything that was before that.
Right.
And I don't know if it's because of like emotion, because it seems like back in the day they drew what they saw.
Yeah.
Or they painted what they saw.
And what they thought. Like,
right, but not like, but different than how we think today.
Oh, yeah. They thought so poetically.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Like if you...
poets, man.
If you... Like some of their pictures just capture such emotion. And it's like they took a picture of somebody.
Right.
And like caught that moment just perfectly. It's just incredible. It's something that is hard to capture nowadays, I think.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I don't know if it's the same, because I feel like these splotches of paint on modern art, some of it is emotional.
Yeah, yeah.
What are those graphs called when you go to like a psychologist and they like show you those blotches of like, what do you feel when you see this?
Yeah, like a butterfly or any of that, like that kind of stuff. I can't remember what they're called, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so those things like I feel like modern art, it's like, how does this make you feel?
Yeah.
It's like not the artist telling you what to feel, but it's like everybody has to get their own feeling from whatever this piece is.
Right. Yeah. I agree.
Because don't you think that traditional artists and stuff, they were telling you, this is what I want you to feel like when you see this painting or a picture or a statue or artwork?
Yeah. Do you see what I've captured here? Not.
Right.
It's like, do you see what I've captured rather than what do you see? What do you see that I've captured?
Right. So there was this painting. I think it's sold for like an outrageous amount of money. I want to say it was like $4 million. It might have been more. It might have been a little less. And it was this huge, like 10 foot by 10 foot canvas.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just white paint on the white canvas. And that was it. Just white paint on a white canvas. And it was like titled like Snowy something.
Okay.
And what are your thoughts on that?
So you're telling me it's just white paint on white paint?
White paint on white canvas.
And it's depicting what?
Snow.
Snow.
Let me look it up real quick.
Okay.
White canvas. Wow. White paint.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Paint art sold for lots of money.
You got to be careful. Once you get too specific, Google does not know what you're talking about. If you search the
this is Bing.
Oh, you're lost then.
White on white painting. Oh, I'm pretty sure this is it, and I think it sold for more.
Oh.
No, that's different.
Okay.
It's different. Okay, it's different, but listen. $15 million.
Oh my goodness.
I just need to Google this, but I'm not gonna.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's fine. Why all white paintings sell for $1 million? Are you guys ready to
Here we go, guys.
Figure out what this is? Okay. Okay. This is from Crafty House.
Okay.
Well, Crafty Dot House. If we're being honest, most of us probably scoff and think, what's so special about this? So we've all seen, or at least heard of, all white paintings that sold for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. If we're being honest, most of us probably scoff and think, what about this blank canvas could be worth so much money? Well, you might be surprised at the answer. But of course, in the spirit of modern art, it's all up to interpretation, which is kind of what we were saying. Where it's like,
right, yeah.
Whatever. Elizabeth Sherman, assistant curator at the Whitney Museum of American Art, has some fascinating insights about the wonderful world of white paintings. So, as with most things, it's important to understand the history and context of what type of artwork. White paintings fall under the category of minimalism, which you probably already guessed. After all, what's more minimalist than an all-white rectangle? The minimalist movement came out about the 60s, with pushback to the abstract expressionism of the 40s and 50s. As you can see, there are stark contrasts in the style. And it has two pictures here, and one's like an abstract expression, where it's just like different shapes and colors and lines and things all kind of put together.
But are they all
abstract, which I would say, no, this one's like, it's just contrasting abstract versus minimalism.
Okay.
But I'd say abstract too, even though it's a little bit older of a style, it's kind of like modern art in the way that you have to interpret it.
Yeah.
Yourself.
Yeah.
So as Elizabeth points out, there's no pure white. There's always slight imperfections and variations, and it might be easy to look at one shade of white and think that it's simple and the standard of white. However, if you've ever painted walls white, then you have an idea of the different shades that there are. Mm-hmm. Therefore, the black-white painting or blank white paintings aren't quite as simple as squeezing some white paint on canvas. And it shows another contrast where it's like different whites and they're kind of like smearing them on the canvas and stuff.
Okay.
And you can see the imperfections.
Right.
So another misconception about these white paintings is that they're all really just blank canvas. But upon further inspection, you can see that these are some strategically placed lines, some texture, and maybe a little more that meets the eye. So abstract expression is all about the artist's work and their movement. It's about the artist leaving a part of themselves behind when they are finished with the piece. Minimalism strips art of the burden of being about something. So we were like right on with what I was talking about earlier. It simply is an object unto itself. Elizabeth points out that with the movements in the art world, such as pop art, we already have a deep-seated opinion and relationship with the objects represented. With minimalist art, it requires a deeper look into the object and perhaps at yourself to gain understanding. There's a lot of negative feedback. But yeah, anyways, that's kind of the idea there. You were on point.
Yeah.
With all that stuff.
So, in my personal opinion, if you paint something or create something that takes away meaning, right? It's just like essentially just a white piece of paper, right? That'd be like a minimalist painting. I've painted this thing, it takes away. It's just something to put on your wall. Then I don't know if I personally would classify it as necessarily art.
You don't think so?
No. In my opinion.
Do you think that's a popular opinion?
I feel like it could be. I think amongst like genuine artists. I know that most people nowadays, like just about everyone thinks they're an artist. You know, whether it's creating videos for social media, dancing, whatever, you know, and some of those people are fantastic artists and they know what they're doing and they know how to portray emotion and how to tell a story, which in my opinion is what makes art.
Okay.
Like if I were to make a movie, but the movie had no plot, no character development, no emotion, and it meant nothing, is it a movie anymore?
Well, I mean, technically, right? If you're like, technically it's a movie, it's just not one that should be made.
Exactly, yeah.
So, yeah, maybe you're right. I mean, maybe it is art. Can't argue with that. But is it art that should be made?
Right.
Maybe. Some of it. Because I feel like some of these artists put emotion into their abstract art, into their modern art.
Yeah.
And you can feel it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But I'd say most of the time, like when you're walking through, like, it's going to sound stupid, but like, you know, TJ Maxx and like Ross, where they have like all the paintings in the back. And you're like, these are kind of trash. Like, I wouldn't put them in my house, not because it's not art, but because it's like heartless art.
Yeah, I agree. For sure.
Now, this is a big one. Do you think, being someone who's not a millionaire and who buys art from recognizable names, do you think the next generation is thinking about art the same way that we used to even just 20 years ago, where it's like, oh, that person painted that? That must be really nice art, or I want that. Do you think that like even your generation is thinking about like who painted it and does it matter?
I think this is my opinion. Okay, I might be wrong, but I think we've lost more of like the, oh my goodness, this person put all this time and effort into this to make this. I want to display this in my house. I want to be the one to own this, to say this person made this. Rather now, it feels like it's more like, it doesn't matter who painted this, but look how much I paid for it. Look how much money I had to buy this for. Aren't you impressed?
Yeah. And then they throw a name out.
Yeah.
They do throw a name out.
Right. But it's more about the price tag rather than the person.
Yeah. Now, we could, again, get into something that's like deep conspiracy, where it's like most art is just laundering money and they're trying to move funds from one thing to another and whatever.
Right.
You know.
That's how it's portrayed in every movie.
Right. I think we are talking more about like the general audience and their opinion on art. So I think before we move into the next part here, which I think we should talk about modern art and then digital art. Okay. Even if it's just briefly or whatever. And do a little...
hit us with a JJ?
A little JJ. Or we could do yours.
Okay. Yeah, we could.
Ian's bad advice.
Yes. Yep. Hope
I think I want to end with my jolly jingle.
Let's do it, dude. That's
I think I want to end with that. Now, question for everybody. Last week's jolly jingle was not very jolly. It wasn't not jolly, but does it have to be jolly?
Okay. It's a good question.
Is it a good question?
Yeah, that's a good question. Do you want me to answer that?
What do you think? I want you to answer that. Does it have to be jolly?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah, I appreciate that.
It could be
All right.
justifyingly sad jingles with Evan.
Oh, hyphened.
Yep.
Though,
Hyphened,
right?
Yep. Right. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Hyphened. Yep.
So it can still be JJ.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, of course. Yeah,
now, before we move on real quick, though, there's a few...
Okay.
So we were like, for this first half of this segment, or for this conversation, we talked about a little bit of classic art.
Yeah.
There's like two paintings I wanted for you to look at real quick.
Ooh.
Look up Girl with the Pearl Earring. This is just an incredible portrait.
I want to say that it's really hard to type on my keyboard right now. Can you share your screen with me?
Yeah, let me share my screen with you. Here you go. Okay. Share my screen.
And then maybe we can put these up post on the video.
Yeah, we'll put this up in post. I mean, you guys have video now, guys, so it's easy to do now. So let me know if you can see this.
All right. So I can't yet.
Yeah, so this is just an excellent portrait. I can't see it. Oh, you can't see it? Okay.
All I see is Discord.
All you see is Discord. Why? Show non-video participants. Let me end this.
Yeah, end it and then open it using, like when you hit share your screen, select the Chrome. Select Chrome.
Aha. Okay. Okay, that's not the painting.
There it is.
Okay, but this is it. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay.
I see it.
So this
Girl
portrait here.
Pearl
Yes.
earring. Wow.
Earring.
Girl with a pearl earring.
Yep. It's just a great.
Okay, I like
it's
it.
just a really great portrait.
It is.
It
Excellent.
captures the life of a portrait. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then this picture here. Whoa. But anyways, this picture.
It's called
This is
Queen's Execution?
Yes. I think it's called Execution of Jane Grey.
Okay.
But this is just such a well done painting.
It is. Now, it's not hyper realistic.
Not necessarily, but it captures enough realism.
Right. I would say it's not giving me like Uncanny Valley vibes.
They knew. I don't know how they did it, but they knew how to avoid that.
Eyes. Their eyes are right.
Yep. Now, there's no eyes in this. This might be the secret here. There's no eyes in this picture.
That could be the secret, honestly. Like, a lot of times they're closed.
Right. But if you go back to this picture, her eyes are open.
Eyes are open, but they're awesome.
Yeah, they capture, they have life in them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, those are just
the
two.
The other thing I was thinking about for modern art, like that's a good example of classical art for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even the environment had a lot of detail and things like that. But for modern art, there's a guy who I see online sometimes who's doing like not paintings. I'm trying to think. They're like pencil art. Like he'll draw this like huge portrait with just like a lead.
Oh my goodness, I know what you're talking about. He's got like a mustache,
and it looks like a photograph.
Oh my goodness! See, that's just an incredible
actual
artist.
Photograph.
Yeah,
that's an incredible artist.
And he just uses a pencil.
Yeah,
it's unreal.
Amazing. Yeah,
takes him like a crazy amount of hours, like 400 hours or something crazy.
Yeah,
but it's just
that's true.
That's like
true art.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And then like another example, which we'll get into for digital art, but it's like Jazza and like some of the YouTube artists.
Oh, yeah.
Like high quality artists, but they're using some new things.
Right.
But I would say he draws more classical because he does like watercolor and
Yeah, he started in that, pencil, using your hands, paper.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, let's get into Ian's bad advice. Are you ready?
Yes. Well, pal.
Have you ever gotten a simple disagreement and weren't sure how to handle it? Well, first things first is to make sure you assert your dominance and make sure they know their place. Do not hurt them, but be sure to show you are in charge. Don't hurt them. 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 Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Me.
And welcome back, Ian.
Hey.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that one was a spooky, scary one.
Yes. And we're still doing full episodes on YouTube.
Yep. You guys will see the full videos on YouTube.
These are condensed versions for the audio.
Yes.
And YouTube version of our podcast. But he has we're going to put a separate video, right?
Yeah.
Spooky Time video.
Yep.
Ian's bad advice.
So you should these full video versions will release with the video version of the podcast episodes. So if you guys want to get the full atmosphere, full effects, full everything that I put into it, you guys have to watch it on YouTube in order to get the full experience. So,
yes.
It is spooky season. They're not all gonna be spooky scary all the time, but if it's the season and the idea came to mind, so I figured I'd flesh it out for you guys and hope you enjoyed it.
Well, I've been enjoying them, so
good.
All right. Well, let's get into. We'll probably be pretty quick here, but I'm gonna say my idea, my opinion, I guess, of what classical art, briefly, because we've already kind of talked about it. And then like NFTs, digital art,
Right.
like that kind of stuff. So for for classical art, my opinion on it is that most of it was good.
Yes.
Now I'm thinking is what happened, just like it's going to happen for this new generation of artists, is that only the good survived.
Mm-hmm.
I bet a little bit of money, like $5,
Right.
because I don't want to lose very much money,
Okay.
that there were a lot of artists back in the day, during that classical era of art, that were bad,
That didn't make it. Right.
or that cheated, or that like used weird ideas, like things that didn't make it, right?
Yeah. Like
And we were kind of left with just the
the
big
good
ones.
stuff. Right. Like if you look up famous fine art or famous, I think if you search famous fine art, it'll bring up older classic art. You'll get like a list of maybe 100 names.
Right.
Which if you go on any device nowadays, any social media, any like Google, Bing, whatever you want to search on, and you search like modern artists or use the hashtag art, you'll find hundreds of thousands of artists
Yep.
who are just posting their stuff. They're like, look at what I've made. And only a little bit of it catches your eye.
Yeah.
And like out of so many people, as we move into, to the future. Every time I say we move into the future, the immediate thing comes to mind is flying cars, but that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying like 20, 30, 50 years in the future. There will only be a few of these photos or digital art or whatever survives. There will only be like a handful of them that you're going to be like, oh, I remember this piece of art.
Right. That guy who can draw with a
That
pencil.
guy who can draw with a pencil. There's this guy, I can't remember his name, but he's an incredible artist. He does colored pencil, all drawings. He's an incredible artist. But like, I think his stuff should make it. But just because I think that doesn't mean it will.
Right. And there were probably people like that even in the classical era.
Yeah.
Or fine art or whatever you want to call it. Like, I bet in that era there were people who were like super good, but no one ever saw their stuff, or nobody.
Right.
I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of flooded now. Everybody thinks they're an artist. There was something that somebody said, and I really like. It was like really wise wisdom from a guy who's 1 year older than me. But like he's like way farther in life because he's got a family and kids and stuff. But he was like, I think it was him. It might be someone else that I was talking to. But they're like, just because your grandma makes really good cookies, like really good cookies, like you tell all your friends about it. You tell, or you want to always get the recipe and you want to, keep it in the family legacy or all that kind of stuff. Just because her cookies are so good doesn't mean she should open up a restaurant and bake cookies.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Like, it might not work.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot more to it than just cooking or baking cookies.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like it's the same thing with art. It's like, yeah, you can draw, but I think there's more to it than just being able to draw a picture.
Right. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Like so now we'll move to like what's going on right now, which I think is digital art. NFTs, which are kind of fading out, will probably come back.
You think so?
Because I feel like it's something that's going to come back because we're moving to a full digital world.
Right.
It might just be in a different way, but like NFTs for sure. Mm-hmm. And so digital art, though, I think my favorite, just because we're in this new era of art, is concept. Like watercolor, rough outlines.
Yeah.
But there's a story. Like,
oh, yeah.
Every frame or concept page or whatever is just like, oh, that's telling a story. Yeah. Like, I think that's what I like.
Yeah. Now, if you guys want to see a perfect example of this, Stonemeyer, the Scythe board game, look up their art. We'll pull some up on the screen. you guys, this is like the perfect example of that, like rough. It looks like watercolor, like they did this on paper with paint, but it tells the story and brings you into the atmosphere of the world that they've built.
Yeah,
it's perfect. It's incredible.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I agree. I think digital art opens up a ton of like tools for people to use.
Yeah.
But I think we have to be careful of taking advantage of it and losing like what we were talking about, what art should be. Like I think AI art was very cool at the beginning. I thought it was incredible. I could do whatever I wanted. I could make whatever I wanted. Mm-hmm. But I think there was like this part of me that was like, but this isn't really mine.
Right.
Like I can show this to everyone and they'll think it's super cool, but this isn't mine. I didn't make this. Mm-hmm. So like,
or a human, like
nobody made it. Exactly. Yeah. So I think like we have to be careful not to lose. I think a lot of digital artists do still keep that. Like I put 20 hours into this piece and I have 15 alternate versions that I did not like that took me 20 hours to make as well.
Yeah.
And this piece landed and this is the piece I like and I think it's incredible. But like we have to be careful not to lose that.
And there's flaws.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like hands are super hard to draw. It's a good way to tell AI art. If you look at hands, you're like, oh, that's it. But like...
Yeah, hands are hard to draw when even AI...
Yeah, they can't do it. They'll add like 17 extra fingers. And you're like, oh, it's not right. But yeah, that's my opinion. I think that modern age digital art is a good thing. But it could become a bad thing.
Yeah. So do you think names attached to even like modern art is important?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because like... I know I have like favorite modern artists, digital artists, people that I'm like drawn to.
Yeah.
Drawn to. And so I could tell you their name and be like, that's who I think is a good artist. With such a saturated market in that area, do you think it's more about everybody finding a few people they like? Or do you think, because like I said, like some, like 100 years in the future, how many of these names will just go away?
Right.
And who's going to stay around?
Yeah.
Is anyone going to stay around?
Right.
Like for the, like the artists that we're talking about today from 100 years ago, those classical artists, their names will probably still be mentioned 100 years from now. But what are some modern people like? Are artists making the same impact they used to make?
I don't think so. I think like if you look back at classical art and like if you put yourself in their like cultural context, sure their art was great, but it probably wasn't recognized as much as it would be nowadays. So I think like Van Gogh probably wasn't like everyone didn't know Van Gogh. Like they're like, oh my gosh, it's Van Gogh. You painted this. But nowadays, if he were still around, it'd be like, oh my goodness, it's Van Gogh.
Right. Well, and part of that's like they didn't have social media, internet.
Right. Like they couldn't create. And I think that's where the oversaturation comes from. Of like all these artists want to be the next Van Gogh. Or the next Michelangelo, or the next, all these amazing artists. And a lot of the artists are super amazing, but they're just so oversaturated that these will get lost, I think.
Yeah.
And maybe, just like we did with this classical art, 100 years in the future, we'll pull this art and be like, hey, look at this. Look what was made back then. Look how cool this is. Yeah. Yeah. And I think like history will repeat itself. Like these names is so oversaturated, and like the oversaturation is like a direct contrast to like what it would be like back in the day, because they had no oversaturation and no way to tell anybody, right? So like at the same way they weren't able to tell anybody, this oversaturated market creates an atmosphere for people to show everybody to where everything gets lost.
Okay.
So like way in the future, I think they'll get to a point where like, look at this. This is incredible. Look at this art that, or like pull this board game. Look at this scythe game from 150 years ago. Look how incredible the art was in this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so that's my opinion. That's what I think.
So those are our opinions, guys. They're probably wrong.
Most likely, yes.
But reading that last article,
we were pretty on the money.
Think that we were pretty on the money.
Yeah.
For most of it, for two people who don't know nothing about art.
Yeah.
Except from what we see in movies and stuff. But I think we're on track. I think it might be even like a safe bet.
Yeah.
Kind of our opinion, like that's probably what's going to happen. But it's still good. Let us know your opinions on art. Maybe show us your favorite artists, modern and classic, in the comments of YouTube or hit us up on socials, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think of the main topic today. I think it's about time for JJ's with Evan.
Oh, yes.
Again, this is an unprepared. Wow, I can't even speak.
Unprepared
segment on purpose. I want it to be off the top of the dome. Just like short, sweet.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
So,
without any further ado, JJ's with Evan.
Yahoo!
Let me grab my guitar.
An entire mariachi band runs into Evan's room.
If that happened, oh man. That'd be like the best thing that's ever happened in my life, probably.
It'd be incredible.
Like that'd be worth all 30 years of my life.
Yeah.
If just one day we're getting ready to do JJ's with Evan. I don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say it and then mariachi.
Boom.
Yeah. And I knew how to speak fluent Spanish instantly.
You
on
sing
the
in
spot.
Spanish, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Mi amor, mi amor, mi amor.
That's like all you do. You just repeat that.
I'm going to do this one in B flat.
Okay.
It seems to be a decent key for my voice.
Okay.
I don't even know what to say.
Yeah. Just sing from your heart, man. About art. Tell us how you feel about art, Evan.
Art. Wow. You speak from the heart. Your fingers are like brushes in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
You let what's inside out on this blank canvas. So let it go, let it go, let it go. Just let it out, let it out, let it out. All this art that's inside of you, let it out.
That was beautiful, Evan. Wow.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Oh, man.
That was... Wow.
I feel like I'm just making a fool of myself, but it's okay.
No, we all are, dude.
It's for the bit. It's for the bit. It's for the bit,
dude. And people love it.
And I love you.
Aww.
Well, not you. I mean, the people watching.
Oh.
I mean, I love you too, but...
Aww. Thank you,
All
Evan.
right. Well,
thank you for blessing our ears with that.
No problem. I mean, yeah, if you stopped watching there or listening there, it's your own fault.
Yeah.
Because it was amazing.
You missed out.
So,
you missed out.
You missed out. Yeah. FOMO.
For real.
For real. For real, for real.
For real, for real.
FR.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it for this episode. Ian, give us the details on some socials.
Social medias, baby. We are on TikTok at CoffeeTime Official, Instagram at CoffeeTime_official, and now on YouTube, CoffeeTime Official. Check out. We're gonna double up the content for this season. Some funny moment compilations for YouTube, singled out segments for YouTube, video versions on YouTube, more edited content on TikTok and Instagram, also like daily updates, weekly updates. So just everything. Just keep connected.
Yes, stay connected with us. Talk to us on there. Ian's our manager on that front, so if he responds to any of the messages,
it's me.
That's who's talking to you. It's Ian. Yeah.
If I say something completely out of pocket, that's my fault.
It's Ian. It's not us.
I won't do that, but
no.
Yeah.
But the content he's making there is top notch, so check it out.
Thank you.
But I think that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you next time.
Bye.
Deuces. Bye.